Welcome to another episode of Rewind and Replay with my wife, Liz, and myself, Fonzie. We are here to do another episode. This is episode 3. No, 4. This is episode 4. And this episode, we are going to be talking about Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Night.
Because it's October.
And it's going to be, this is our our first October film for Halloween. We've got another one coming up, hopefully soon. Like, I just need to get this stuff out of here.
We already saw it.
Yeah, we already saw it. Need to watch it again.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack. Because, let's not get into that. But anywho, so the one we're talking about today is Tales from the Crypt Demon Night. It is obviously from the TV series Demon Night.
Tales from the Crypt.
The Tales from the Crypt series, because it was a standalone series. But there's a lot to say about this film that circles around the series, which is awesome. But first, quick little tease. What if the fate of the world depended on a motel full of misfits? How interesting is that?
Interesting.
Right?
Definitely.
A mysterious drifter and a key filled with the blood of Christ. Okay, now things thicken. Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Night. It is a wild ride of gore, demons, and 90s horror grit. I guess it's like right up there with 90s horror grit, because Demon Night was pretty much like the pinnacle of well, not really the pinnacle. I guess it'll say like Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael, Halloween, and Jason, and then this one. But yeah, it was a really good show. I loved it a lot. It was framed by the Crypt Keeper's signature cackle. I love his fucking laugh at the end. It's so great. Oh, sorry, I cursed. I'm trying not to do that. But that's a little like it's so crazy. I like it. I love it a lot. I think it's awesome. So buckle up, everybody, because this isn't your average monster flick. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's a holy war wrapped in slime, sarcasm, and some seriously killer practical effects, and they are pretty cool. Wow, practical, but still pretty damn cool. All right.
Well, I think just a note on that, and I think is that it's funny. Like, the whole point of Tales from the Crypt is that it's horror.
It does have like this little dark comedy
in it, and I think that's kind of a big difference. That's what sets it apart, I think.
This is true.
From other
it does
90s
have some dark
horror
comedy.
Grit part. It's like, yes, and it's funny.
And it's funny.
Not all of it. I mean, it has funny parts.
It does, as did the series. So, but I mean, not so much like in the actual stories that they would tell, but with the Crypt Keeper, yes. But in this film, there's actually dark comedy going.
There's little bits
of it thrown about.
I think the series was kind of like that too. Like, they'd be random little things.
It would be, right? Yeah. Okay.
Like, just random.
I can't remember all the series, but yeah, you know what? I do have a feeling you're correct with that.
Yeah.
You are, yeah. Okay. Well, anywho, obviously the movie Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Night. This movie was made in 1995. The director is Ernest R. Dickerson. It was written by Mark Bishop, Ethan Reif, and Cyrus Boris. Ooh, that's an interesting name, Boris. Cool. Ooh, yeah. All right. The genre and runtime of this film, of course, it is a horror black comedy. Well, why black comedy though?
Because it's not just like dark comedy. It's like, my life sucks, but black is like death and gore and things.
Okay, this is true. Okay, I didn't know that actually about black comedy. Evolution. And then of course it has some supernatural elements in there as well. Well, a lot of elements. 92 minutes is the runtime for this film.
Again, I say it every time. Standard
90 minutes. Standard
90s.
The budget and box office information about this is that it had a budget of $12 million and it grossed about $21.1 million domestically. So that's another successful film. Nice. It at least doubled. I'm not sure if that's like actually what they were kind of going for, but for what it seems like, I think it did good.
Yeah.
So yeah, quick summary of the movie. So for those who have not seen it but want to check it out, you have the main character Frank Breaker, who is played by William Sadler. He's been in quite a bit of movies. He was in like I think a Die Hard movie, the second one or something like that, and then he's been in some other movies too. I forget exactly which ones. But he plays a wandering drifter who carries an ancient sacred key. This key is like in the shape of a cross, and it has like a circular body to it as well. He is pursued by a demonic figure.
It's like a heart shape.
Is it like a heart shape?
It's like
I thought it was more circular.
Like
So it's like a heart shaped middle.
Like a churchy Christian, like Catholic looking.
Yes, because it does contain blood. So of Christ, which was mentioned. Like we mentioned. Whoa, look at that little thing right there. All right, and then Frank Breaker is pursued by a demonic figure known as the Collector, who's played by Billy Zane. Oh, Billy. He's great in this movie. Really good. Breaker stumbles upon a boarded up boarding house in New Mexico, right next door.
Just down the street.
Yeah, down the street. Was it a hop and skip away or something?
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump away.
Hop, skip, and a jump away. Yep. And this is the New Mexico. Yeah, it's our neighbor. There, he and the oddball residents, including Geraldine. Geraldine
is how I heard it, and I couldn't figure out how it was spelled.
Yeah, right.
Because they call her Gerald.
They do. See, that's why. Okay, yeah. Geraldine. Let's say Geraldine, who's played by Jada Pinkett Smith. Well, back then it was just Jada Pinkett. It was just Jada Pinkett. So, it was played by her, a young Jada Pinkett, and he must defend. Well, they, I guess, really the residents, they must defend themselves from the Collector and his demonic minions, all while Breaker protects the key from falling into evil hands. Meanwhile, cryptic appearances by the Crypt Keeper, voiced by John Cassir. Yeah, Cassir. Frames the story, and it was like mainly in the beginning, and then of course like at the end.
There's a couple of little. There's like one or two little in between.
Were there inserts?
Too. There's like one or two.
Oh.
Yeah, where he makes little comments and then it goes back to the story.
Why don't I remember that? That sucks. Okay, I remember. I kind of forgot about those little tidbits.
They're not really important. They're literally what's it called? Comic relief.
Comic
relief.
Like inserts, little just comic
relief.
All right. Well, anyway, I didn't even notice that, so good on you. Thank you. Why I love having you here. Okay, and now moving on. For historical context, what made this movie stand out at the time? So Demon Knight was one of the first theatrical feature films spun off from the popular TV horror anthology Tales from the Crypt. It attempted to bring the irreverent, gruesome charm of the HBO series to the big screen, complete with the Crypt Keeper's framing and over-the-top gore. And it was pretty damn canon. It was really good. I loved it. It was awesome.
I mean, the show was great.
The show is,
this movie's just...
The show's really good, yeah. And in box office financial success, the film made more than its budget of, like we just said, $21.1 million, versus its, it made that much versus its budget, $12 million, which was respectable, especially considering horror films often rely on modest budgets, but this one had a higher
especially back then. Yeah, $12 million's a lot for a horror movie.
Mm-hmm. And then with this movie, like the CGI use is pretty good. It wasn't over the top. It was done well. It had a nice presentation, and then they had most of the money was like basically for the prosthetics and then like, you know, the characters that they had and all the props, which was awesome as hell. Like the whole set was really freaking cool. Yeah, I'm paying the actor, especially Billy Zane.
He was already famous by then?
Yeah, he was already famous. Billy Zane was pretty famous around that time. But
he was in his prime.
He was like he was like in his prime or rising into it or something like that, like just before. Yeah. All right, and then moving on, reception and buzz at its release. Critics were split at the time. Some appreciated the ambition and dark humor, while others found it not scary enough or not funny enough to fully succeed as a hybrid. But you have those purists, and then you have those that just like put it on a pedestal, and it's like, you're not seeing it for what it is. And it was, I thought it was actually presented pretty well, but maybe they hyped it too much with like its marketing back in the day or something like that.
But the thing is, like, in regards to that, who are these people? Who are these people? Like, who are these people? Because if they had ever seen the show, they would know that that's exactly the formula of the show. Like, you can't complain that it's not scary enough, it's not funny enough. It's exactly like the show, and it's a movie based on the show. Like, That's what it is.
What more were you
That's what it is.
But that's what I was saying. Like, who knows? Maybe, like I said, the marketing might have been done like different to hype it up in a different way or something.
Although, but this is also critics specifically, right? So we don't know that the critics watch the show. If they're just movie critics and they just watch movies without really, like, maybe they didn't look into the original material. Is what I'm thinking, because as someone who did actually watch the series,
it's pretty
much the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. I hope no one watched this movie and didn't see like the series and is still making this bold statement about it and everything. And I'm like, shame on you.
Yeah.
You should have at least watched the series or know like a whole lot about it and not just base it off the movie alone. It's like, nah, come on. All right. So Rotten Tomatoes gave it a freshness, which is a modest score. They liked it. I mean, people there were pretty okay about it. Over time, it has become a cult horror favorite among genre fans who appreciate its pulp style and practical efforts. This guy right here. I loved it. And yeah, I'm all for this, especially with it being like the series. For the fan base and later reputation among horror and anthology fans, Demon Knight is often revisited for its bold style, the presence of the Crypt Keeper, and its blend of horror tropes with dark humor. Some reviewers now regard it as underrated in the 1990s horror canon.
See, people who know what they're talking about.
People who know what they're talking like critics who have their heads up their butts. It's like, come on. All right, okay. Now going on to like the meat of it, where we're gonna talk about like our take on this, which is awesome. So, what do you love or don't love about it today? When I first watched it, I did think it was a pretty badass. I was like, oh wow, this is like, movies are becoming really good with like these special effects, and then like, like the actors are.
Is it when you watched it originally?
Yeah, when I watched it originally, and so that feeling that I had was almost there. It was almost the same. The only thing is like it wasn't just. It was like I've seen it before, so there wasn't that like first time hype of getting like excited for it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, like I thought it was great. I loved it. And
yes.
It was. It was a little rushed in some areas, of course. Others they didn't explain, which you found out, and it's kind of like,
had to look something up, and I was like, huh.
Yeah. And then, I mean, other than that, it's kind of like, it's just pure nostalgia. It was perfect.
Yeah, same.
I felt the same way about that.
Yeah, same. The things that I love about it today is that I loved it just as much as when I watched it the first time. Again, I did watch the series. It was a thing in my family. My family is very into horror. And so both my parents were really into it. And my dad was a huge fan of Tales from the Crypt. And he used to do the laugh really well.
Oh.
And we always watched the show. So when the movies came out, it's like, oh my God, the movie's coming out. We have to watch it. And it was a thing. And pretty sure we owned the movies at some point, and we would repeatedly watch them. And we would watch them. We watched them multiple times. And so that was really cool. Nostalgia again. Yes. And I love the Crypt Keeper. Like, he's always been my favorite part of the show, of the movies, of everything. It's just, I love puns. And everything is a horror pun with him, and it's just hilarious, and it's just good. So that's what I love about it, is the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
The comedy. And now, watching it now, I like seeing all the big name actors in their beginnings or back in the day. So that's really cool to watch too. I always enjoy that in any movie where you can see someone when they were younger, like 20 years ago or whatever, more in this case.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, look at this. That's so cool. Like, in watching those actors, like Jada Pinkett Smith, and when she wasn't Smith, and then Billy Zane.
There's
a lot. There's a lot, but those two are the two that
biggest one
stood out to me the most, for sure. And
there's this one actress girl, CCH Pounder. She's been in a lot of other movies.
Yeah, she
still acts, I believe.
And like, I recognize faces, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the name. Like, I didn't know the name of her. And then the old man, with the drunk.
Oh, the alcoholic guy.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's
too.
in a lot of other movies as well. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was cool. Those are things that I like.
That's very true. And then there was like an actor, this dad in owns a restaurant in that show, Resident Alien.
Right, he's in that. That was cool to see.
That dad was in it. I didn't even know.
I recognized him right away. I'm like, that's
Liz pointed him out. I was like, what the heck? And I look and I was like, oh wow, this guy. I didn't know he goes way back in acting and everything. Like that's really cool.
That's really cool.
So yes, I agree with all that and can piggyback off of them because as far as the actors, that was really cool. I almost forgot that Jada Pinkett Smith was in. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, she's in the movie.
I didn't remember any of them as they started appearing on the screen. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, it's Jada Pinkett. Oh no, I saw the names and I was like, oh, all these people are in this movie. Cool.
Mm-hmm. There's another guy, Thomas Hayden Church. He was like in Wings.
There's a blonde guy, right?
He was in Sideways, that wine movie, and yeah, he's been in a lot of other stuff. He's like really good actor. So does it hold up visually, emotionally, and narratively? I think it does, especially with the narrative aspect in a sense. While I didn't explain a whole lot, it was kind of choppy, but it was pretty seamless. Like you did kind of understand some things. They were just, they were just kind of holes where you're like, whoa, what about this?
Honestly, I think that's the single hole. I only saw the one. There's one hole in the story that you just wonder why something happens. Do we mention?
We can mention it now. Yeah.
So when Breaker, the main character of Breaker, has these stars tattooed on his palm, and they move around, and like it's like, oh, something happens, and then things go on, right? And then you see the story of how he ended up like that, and you see that when he got that power through this container that he was talking about earlier, he got those stars on his hand, and that's how they appeared. So you're like, oh, okay, it's somehow related, but they never explain how it's related or what. It's 7 stars in a certain formation, and then they form a circle, and then things ensue. And then when he passes it on to the next person, same thing happens. And so you get the idea that it's somehow related, but what do the stars mean? What is that shape that they're in? Why 7? Like, they never explained that. But I thought that was the only hole, really, and maybe we missed it. No, not really. We rewatched it, and we had to look it up. So I'm like, what's up with those stars? But other than that, I think it was well written.
Yeah.
But you were still saying yours. I just wanted to make a point on that was the only hole that I noticed.
Well, yeah, there was that, but then I guess there was also the part where we didn't understand like why the first person was pretty much had this. They didn't explain why he had that. They didn't explain why he ended up being cursed, if it is a curse, to hold this and become a knight.
Well, we saw why.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, we
saw in the scene, they explain why. Just by looking, you know why this person is cursed. But we don't know why it's the 7 stars. So it turns out the 7 stars are the 7 people that this demon knight needs to fight alongside to complete their
pilgrimage or something,
or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's what they mean, but they never really say it. And so that was kind of meh. But other than that, I think it does hold up visually, emotionally, and narratively, because the story is timeless because it's based on this. So basically, it's a person.
It's biblical.
It's biblical. It's a person who saw Jesus dying on the cross and basically didn't do anything, I guess.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like.
And collects the blood from Christ. And then now he's like cursed to be the demon knight, right? And so that's how it's been passed on from person to person to person to person to person to person till the movie. And so that story holds up. If it's based on the Bible, if it's based on mythology, if it's based on anything like that, it's always going to be around. It's always going to be relevant.
Why is it the only thing? And then what happens when the demons get it? Is it like the apocalypse, I guess, or something?
Yeah, because it's always like, oh, don't let him get it. Don't let him get it. But it's like, well, what happened?
That's the storyline. That's why it's kind of like,
because it's the only defense against them, I think. And so if they have it, they can get rid of it, and then there's nothing to stop them. Ideally, I guess that's like the only way to stop them.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm saying there's some holes. There's some, but it's other than that, it is pretty damn good.
What about visually?
Visually, I liked it a lot. The fact that it wasn't, I don't think it was remastered. It's not remastered, and it still looks pretty damn good.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I really like it a lot.
The special effects are surprisingly good.
Yeah, special effects are, man, those were the times when you just had to like
From scratch, man.
from
I'm telling you.
You know, like go off of like, oh right, like we're gonna shoot his eyes and these beams are gonna come out and they're gonna hit you in the chest and you need to pretend like it hit you and you're like, ah, you know, like good old wiring in the back and and then adding that the CG later on in post. Like I mean, you do it like you do today and everything, but
And
still
even
like
the
the way
CG
they did that was
is
like
minimal. Like the CG seems so minimal. Like mostly when they're doing like the barriers,
The
you can see that
barriers,
a couple of
yeah.
like beams here and there are the only really like that you can notice. Most of the other things are prosthetics and like slime and actual real things.
and I
It's
guess
really
like
cool.
there's some robotics there.
There's some
you know,
robotics,
like with
yeah.
with the demons and how some of their faces are
Mm-hmm.
like being ripped apart or transformed in some way. It's like really crazy. Yo, what's up,
Oh,
dude?
we have a guest.
We have a guest. I don't know if you can see him.
We have a guest.
We have Blue.
Mr. Blue. He's
Blue
here for the Halloween episode.
Yeah, he loves horrors. Not horrors.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he likes
maybe he
horrors
likes
too.
horrors
I don't know.
too.
I've never asked him.
All right, but yeah, everything was good and emotionally it was pretty good. I guess like because of its biblical sense too, because it provided like that extra oomph with its passion and why he was a knight and trying to like keep everyone safe and the key away from evil and stuff. So yeah, I liked it. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Now moving on, favorite scenes and quote.
What are yours?
Oh
I have a
gosh.
couple.
Yeah, there are quite
several.
a bit. I right out the gate, I do like the beginning because they showed the Crypt Keeper get up and walk and move, and like he was always a character that is stationary and in place. You never really saw him motion.
Oh yeah, and this you can actually
you
see
see
him
him.
walking and stuff. And it's
Yeah,
like, oh, cool.
and
That's
he's
true.
like, yeah, and he's like in some crazy
I forgot about
fancy, I don't know, like polo rider out attire or something like that.
He's in a director outfit
I guess if
because he's
that's what
supposed
you,
to be the director of the movie.
yeah, if that's what you want to call it, yeah, I guess. But I really liked that. I liked there was oh man, what were the other scenes? There were some other particular scenes that I really liked a lot too.
I can tell mine while you think of yours.
Yeah, go for it.
There are two that I really liked. One was what was their name? Pounder, CC Pounder. She has her arm ripped off.
Oh, yeah.
By the
that was a good
demon.
one, yeah.
And first of all, again, the effects fantastic, amazing. Like it's just like the break, you see it immediately. Her skin bursts where the bones break, and then he rips the arm off, and it's just crazy. But that's not my favorite part. My favorite part is later when she's confronted by the demon. He's offering her something, and she lifts her stump, and you just see the stump lift, and he's like, "Oh, you want it or something?" And he's like, "No, I'm flipping you off." It's like, "Oh, that's great.
It's like,
That's so good."
This is me giving you the
This is me giving you the
finger.
finger. It's so good. It's so good.
That one was actually
So
really
that's one of my favorites. And then towards the end where he's telling the girl that he loves her, but he can't say it because he's a demon. And he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I remember you. Do you think that you could me? It's great. It's great. It's great. Those two are two of my favorites.
Those are really funny. Yes. Oh, guys.
See, funny.
So, like some of the scenes, I guess mine would probably be like some of the gory scenes that would happen. Like Billy Zane in the very beginning when he's confronting like the everyone really, and the two cops like come up because they're the authority figures, you know, so they approach him. And like as they're trying to like get him out, Billy Zane's like, "Oh, you know, like I'm a demon for Christ's sakes. Why am I like pandering to this guy?" So then like he just turns around and like punches this guy right through his
Through his
freaking head.
yeah.
And then it's like stuck there, and you just see him. He's like, "Hey, man!" It's like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Like, shaking it off. Like,
trying to shake
ew.
him off," and he's moving him around, and like this, like that was kind of insane.
It was
I was
crazy.
like, "What the hell's going on with that?"
Yeah.
Like that was a trip. What was the other? Oh, I liked pretty much all the scenes like as part of the storyline and the lore of it was like the demons, how they can like get into your mind and influence you and possess you. It was like each character had their own kind of like fantasy that this demon Billy Zane, the collector, who was he was like infiltrating their minds and trying to get them to like you know sway them and get them on his side and stuff like that, which
Like
of
a
course
demon would do.
happened several times in
To every person.
consecutive order almost
Yeah,
to
to every
like to
person
almost every
that's in
person. But yeah, like the one where he's talking to the prostitute girl that lives there from outside.
Oh yeah.
And like he's like mind talking.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's a really good
telepathically.
scene.
Yeah, he's like telepathically talking to her and stuff, and he's just like there. He's looking like a sweetheart. And all
That's
this
one of my
stuff.
favorites too, but I knew you were gonna pick it, so
But
I
yeah.
didn't put it.
Oh well, thank you very much.
And then I forgot when you were looking for your scene. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, so it was that one, and it was pretty cool too because as part of the effects, like he's telling her things that's making her feel emotions, and then she starts to break out in tears. And like from where he is, like he does like he's gonna wipe the tears, and he does it with his thumbs and just midair. But to her, like it
And you can
rushes
see the
away,
tear
and then like
rush
he's
away.
holding her face, but he's doing it like that, like all like as if he's
And like he touches her lip
lips,
from the distance, and you can see her
the
lips
indents,
being.
and
It's crazy.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Like that was pretty cool, and it was like one of the first films to probably like tackle that, because I don't think I've really ever seen that so much in film. But then of course after that, it's like
I mean, you can
galore.
CG the hell out of it now,
You
but
could CG the hell
in
out of it.
this one, you can tell that they used a fan or air
or
to
something.
move the tear to the side. Like it's not CG. It's a real drop of liquid moving on her face. It looks like air. Like it looks like it's wind that made it move, but who knows? I mean, who knows? Who knows?
knows?
Yeah.
It's a trip.
They did a
But
really
yeah,
good job.
but I like that. I'm kind of curious on how they did that, but it was really well done. So that was something that I really liked as far as like the scenes. All right. Moving on. What aged well? What didn't? I think all of it aged well, pretty much, especially for it being like hardcore like prosthetics and props that they built and made for the film. Like, God, like you can recreate that easily, make it into a haunted house experience or something. You can even like revisit the scene or the set, and it's not like you have to
I wonder if they ever did that.
totally rely like on CG and like measurements and how things were. It's like it seems like it's easy.
Pretty doable. Yeah,
pretty doable.
I agree. I think everything aged really well, especially because the special effects are so good and the acting is surprisingly good for a horror movie.
It was pretty damn good,
especially for a horror movie that's also kind of funny. Like the acting, it's not cheesy. It's not a B movie, I guess. It's just not. It
Some
doesn't.
could consider it.
Some would think, but when you're watching it, the quality of the acting, the
really
quality of the
damn good.
sets, the quality of the writing and the story, really, everything I think is really, really good. I think everything aged.
And I
really well.
agree. I do agree. It's a fantastic movie. Yeah, everything aged well. I especially love the monsters. Those are pretty unique and original designs of the monsters. I don't think you really see that particular design much these days, but it was over the top. It was pretty like slimy and gory. So yeah, like they you don't really do that much anymore. But that's something to experience if you watch that movie. It's solid. And then of course, who would enjoy this movie in today's audience? Obviously a horror fan.
Yes, horror fans. Obviously, horror fans. Yes.
Yeah, horror fans totally would enjoy this movie. Like, definitely, especially for its black comedy.
Yeah,
and stuff.
It's different. It's different. It's not your typical horror movie.
Yeah, no, it isn't. And then the nostalgia and like just going back and seeing how it was when you were growing up, and if you want to pass that on to your children or experience it with them, or maybe even like your brothers that grew up watching it and you haven't seen it in a while and you want to watch it again,
or you're
your
dating someone
siblings.
younger that didn't watch it or doesn't know about it. It's like, oh, let me show you something cool, like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like you're 40 years old and you're dating a 21-year-old or something like that.
It doesn't have to be the big difference.
No, it doesn't. But anyway, it's really good. I think it's perfect for horror fans. It's definitely perfect for any kind of like cinephile who wants to get their hands dirty and with some old school horror and gore fest movies. Like you can almost kind of consider it part of the Criterion selection in a sense. Like, almost, but it's awesome as hell.
I agree.
Okay, so moving on, a little info about this film, behind the scenes and whatnot, before we close it up. Some stuff that we're gonna be amazed about, I think. All right, so the origins and script evolution. So In particular with the movie Demon Knight, the first draft of this film script dates back to 1987, before the HBO Tales of the Crypt series.
That's crazy.
Before it was even premiered.
That's crazy.
Like, this movie, the script was already done. You know, like, talk about, I don't know, like...
Well, no wonder the story is good anyway, because it was already its own thing.
It was its own thing, yeah.
Put the Crypt Keeper in the random parts then.
But that was so cool. So then when you really think about it, they kind of based the series off of this one script movie probably, and you know, that's what they just kind of went with it from there and developed new storylines for the series and stuff. So that's really cool. I love that. That was like an awesome piece of information. The movie was originally planned as part of a trilogy, with the other two movies being Dead Easy and Body Count. Oh, he's done. And these were going to be under the Tales of the Crypt brand. Universal chose Demon Knight as the first theatrical release because it was most aligned with the brand's horror vibes. But, of course, they didn't really make those two movies as a sequel.
They didn't? Dead Easy isn't the Bordello of Blood?
It is not.
They didn't just rename it? Oh, wow, they just didn't use it.
Here we go. So we got these going on here. Alternate versions and demon concept, you know. To manage budget constraints and avoid overly ambitious special effects, two versions of the story were developed. One with explicit demon designs and another where the demons were disguised as sinister salesmen in black suits.
That's fun.
A more covert psychological version. Eventually, Universal backed the more demon-heavy version, supplemented by extra funding. So, hey.
They're like, no, that's lame. Here's some money. Make it cooler.
Yeah, for real. All right, and then as far as cast stories and controversies, Billy Zane's Collector is charismatic, sinister, and memorable. He remains one of the film's standout performances.
Really?
Obviously.
Like, really? Yes.
Really good. His acting is actually pretty...
It's
various, like it's pretty wide in this single film.
His range,
his range is like, it goes crazy in this film because of, for one, you know, him being a character that he's trying to present to people versus who he really is versus what he's trying to do to get into people's minds and like giving them their fantasies and
because he adapts himself to each person.
Yeah,
so he has to have a different personality and a different approach to each one. It's pretty good. Yeah, he's really good.
Very good. It was pretty damn good. And then Jada Pinkett Smith as Geraldine. God dang it, I forget what we decided. Gerald brings energy and stakes to the horror mix. The Crypt Keeper, voiced by John Kasser, appears at the movie's opening and closing, maintaining continuity with the TV series presentation. And I love that they brought him. I mean, obviously he was in the series first. And then how they brought him over to the film, I was like, oh, that's great. Yeah, to see him, especially move. He was walking. You never saw him walk.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, practical effects and gore. The film leans heavily on practical makeup, prosthetics, and gruesome visuals. Very much
accurate.
So. Since CGI was less mature in 1995, but obviously it had done a lot better than The Last Starfighter from like 1984 when we saw it. That was, oh man, that was a struggle, but CGI is so much better in this film. It comes a long way 10, 11 years later.
Also less necessary, so there's less of it.
True. So the CGI was less mature in 1995. Much of the creature work and gore sequences were done the old-fashioned way. These hands and elbow grease.
And lots of slime.
And
sticky things.
And prosthetics and plastic or rubber.
Silicone.
Yeah. All that crazy crap. All right. And then legacy and attempted sequels. Here we go. So a planned sequel, Body Count, was never fully produced, though elements like a key, what is it, a MacGuffin from Demon Knight?
Like a key from Demon Knight.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. So a planned sequel, Body Count, was never fully produced, though elements were intended to carry over. So I guess the key is what they were going to try and keep as a significant piece of
that was going to connect. That was going to connect.
Connect all the stories. Yeah. So okay. So that kind of that makes sense. There was a movie though, a second Tales from the Crypt movie
I
called Bordello.
I also watched that one.
That one was all right. You know, what was it? The whole what do you call them again? Like the whorehouse back in the day.
Bordello.
A bordello?
Yeah, that's why it's called Bordello. But no,
I was
Bordello's a
thinking more
whorehouse.
brothel. I don't know why. I just had like
Brothel
brothel.
comes from Bordello. Yes,
it comes from-
you are
yeah,
not.
yeah.
You are not incorrect.
Okay, yeah. But then, of course, we know for aesthetics, Bordello. And Bordello of Blood, which was a vampire-themed movie. It was also, you know, a spin-off. But it did take a different tone. It was a different tone. It wasn't the same.
Didn't do as well as this.
Yeah, that one didn't do as well. I think that one had like Corey Feldman in it. And I think it had dang, what's his name? Oh, I forget his name. He had a talk show host, and he was in Joe Dirt. Dennis Miller. There you go. You remember Dennis Miller?
Probably if I see his face. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dennis Miller. He was in Bordello of Blood.
Oh, really? See, I don't remember who was.
He was like the main character. He was kind of like, you know, the what was it, like the Van Helsing character, I guess you could say, or something like that. But he was like a vampire hunter, and stumbled upon I guess he was already looking. Actually, he was looking for these girls. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. But anywho, some critics and horror historians today note that Demon Knight influenced later anthology horror films that try to balance gore, humor, and narrative framing. So nice. I mean, Demon Knight was coming out when horror films were getting really, really popular, and they were being done right. They weren't like B-rated gore fests with boobs just flying everywhere.
Though there are boobs at some point.
There are boobs, but they are presented rather tasteful.
They're necessary.
Yeah, they were necessary.
Scene,
yeah, they were necessary. And then the director of Demon Knight, Ernest Dickerson, later reflected that one of the film's strengths was casting an African-American woman, Geraldine, as essential in saving the world, which he considered a positive thematic choice. And this was Jada Pinkett Smith's character. So yeah, and it was nice. It was nice to see it. She brought like a different mix to the factor, the horror factor.
Like nowadays, it's so. Like I didn't even think about that because it's so common, because it should be, but back in the day it wasn't so much.
It wasn't so much.
Common.
Yeah,
So,
to have African American leading in that sense. Yeah,
a woman.
A woman. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But that was great.
That's a good point. I like that.
And then critical reappraisal and retrospective praise. In retrospective reviews, Demon Knight is sometimes praised as a hidden gem of 90s horror. Sometimes
It is. I agree.
Dread Central, which was one of the other films that they were going to do for the anthology, the trilogy of this, called it. Oh wait, no, it's not Dread Central, was it? It was Body Count. What was the other one? I forgot what the other movie was called, but Body Count was one, and it was but Dread Central. I'm sorry, that was a website. That's a website. They called it an action-packed and darkly comedic. A film that works best when embraced for its tone. See, again, you know, take it for what it is when you're watching it. Don't try to like think something else or be like, oh, this ain't a horror film. You know,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Some modern horror commentary suggests that its mix of horror tropes, humor, and anthology framing deserves reevaluation. We think so too.
Yeah.
Which is why I kind of picked this film as well. Like, it's part of the list of like, you know, rewatching these things and seeing if they're still valid. Here we go.
Yeah.
Like people think the same, so that's awesome. All right, and then that's pretty much it for, you know, the behind the scenes and everything, which is awesome. I loved it a lot. Tales from the Crypt,
really
his laugh, the Crypt Keeper's laugh. Oh, now if you guys are interested in watching this, we saw it on Amazon Video.
Yeah.
And no, we saw it on Peacock, but it's on Amazon Video. If you had the Peacock subscription, Peacock Plus, or whatever the heck it's called.
I think it's just called Peacock.
Peacock or Peacock Plus?
It's just Peacock.
Anywho, I give it my money. And it's on there, so you can watch it for free. And it's also on Amazon Video for rent for, I think, about like $4 or $5. And then I think you can buy it for anywhere from like $10 to $14 or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. It fluctuates.
Yeah.
And then they also have it on discount, so you might even get it on discount. It would be pretty cool if you do. I hope you do. And guys, that's it. So, does this film still hit? Is it still relevant today?
I think so.
Absolutely, for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend this movie. I really think you guys should watch it. It's that's why we're doing this, and I'm not like trying to pick films that are really crappy unless I haven't seen them. And then we'll see what's up.
See what happens.
There are a few. And we'll get to those. All right, so thank you very much, everyone, for watching this new episode 4. Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight. Thanks for venturing into this Demon Knight adventure with us, where horror meets pulp and Crypt Keeper still cracks wise.
Nice.
Like this little laugh. Oh no, hell no! I'm gonna butcher it, and I'm probably gonna like start coughing, and I won't be able to close out. If you guys want,
I have to move away from the microphone.
Right?
Break your.
No, you won't break it. It's a good one.
Break your ears.
And it's labeled properly. It won't break their ears.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Anywho, so if you guys want to watch more of these bone-chilling nostalgia films that we're going to be watching for October, make sure to tune in on my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel, I guess.
It's yours.
I'm including here.
I'm just here visiting.
No, you're not.
Go on.
I value it a lot. Anywho, so yes, make sure to like and subscribe, comment if you guys want us to watch a particular film. If you do mention something in the comments that we're already gonna watch, like it's on the list, you just have to wait. You just
Either way, I guess you're gonna have to wait.
If a lot of
but we'll get to it.
Yeah, if a lot of you recommend the same thing, maybe I'll put it up to the top of the list or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. And then other than that, make sure to follow us on social media. It's going to be down there in the video description. I passed my verification, so now the URLs are hyperlinked and they're clickable now. No more copy and pasting like a fool. But anywho, thank you guys very, very much. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Tune in for the next one, which is going to come out pretty soon. And have a safe, spooky Halloween month.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. Oh man, this morning the full moon. There was a full moon this morning. It was really cool. Well, but anywho, right. Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Have a safe one.